Introduction to the Galactic Community. In the vast expanse of the universe, where stars twinkled like distant memories, a unique gathering was taking place. It was not just any meeting. It was a historic moment for humanity, a species on the brink of entering a broader cosmic community. President Seidel, an esteemed leader of the galactic community, stood tall in her chamber, her skin shimmering in hues of blue and green, reflecting her excitement. She was a member of a species known for their wisdom and grace. But today, her focus was solely on the young human ambassador seated across from her. Ambassador Emily Wald, recently appointed as Earth's representative, felt a mix of anxiety and exhilaration. At 39, she was thrust into this role after an unexpected health crisis sidelined her predecessor. The stakes were high. Humanity had made first contact with several alien civilizations before developing faster than light FTL technology, a rarity that intrigued many within the galactic community. "Welcome, Ambassador Wald," Seidel began, her voice smooth yet commanding. "Your presence here today marks a significant milestone, not only for your species, but for our entire galaxy." Emily smiled nervously, unsure of how to respond. "Thank you, President Seidel. I'm honored to be here." Seidel leaned forward slightly, her appendages elegantly gesturing as she spoke. "You must understand how extraordinary this moment is. You are among only 6 species known to have made first contact before achieving FTL travel." Emily blinked in surprise. 6? I thought we were just another civilization trying to find our place among you." "Ah," Seidel chuckled softly, "that is where you are mistaken. Your journey is unique, an anomaly that has piqued our interest." She paused for effect before continuing. "Most civilizations develop warp technology shortly after contact. They leap into the stars with vigor and ambition." Emily crossed her arms defensively. "So what does that mean for us? Are we being judged?" "Not at all," Seidel reassured her, though Emily could sense an undercurrent of concern in her tone. "This is merely an observation, a curiosity among many in our community." As they spoke, Emily's mind raced with questions about what it meant to be part of this interstellar alliance without FTL capabilities. She had read reports detailing the vastness of space. The distances between stars were measured not just in light years, but also in lifetimes for slower-than-light travelers like humans. "What about our technology?" Emily asked, leaning forward with interest. "Are we close to developing FTL?" Seidel chuckled again, this time more warmly. "Ah, dear human, technology is often about more than just proximity. It involves understanding principles that may seem foreign to you now." She gestured towards a holographic display behind her that illuminated star maps and technological schematics. "This," she continued, "is a glimpse into what awaits you should you choose to pursue FTL development." Emily studied the holograms intently, star systems glimmering like jewels against a dark backdrop, and felt a surge of determination. Humanity had always been driven by exploration. It was in their DNA to seek out new worlds and new civilizations. "But what if we don't develop FTL?" she questioned hesitantly. Seidel's expression softened as she regarded Emily with understanding. "Then you will remain a pre-FTL species, a status that comes with its own set of protections within our community." Emily nodded slowly but felt an unsettling weight settle over her heart. Would humanity be forever bound by their limitations? The thought was daunting. As if sensing her unease, Seidel continued, "Fear not. There are paths available to you. Collaborations with other species who have mastered warp technology could provide opportunities for your advancement." "But at what cost?" Emily interjected sharply. Seidel raised an appendage as if to calm her fears. "Costs vary greatly depending on negotiations and mutual agreements." The discussion shifted towards territorial claims within the galaxy, an essential aspect of interstellar politics that would affect humanity's future endeavors. As they spoke about maps and claims, Emily learned about various alien species' historical conflicts over resources and territories. "The galaxy is vast," Silo explained as she pointed out various star systems on the holographic map. Yet it is also fragile. Disputes can arise unexpectedly. Emily's thoughts drifted back to Earth. Its own political struggles and conflicts over land and resources echoed across the cosmos. Will humanity be able to navigate these complexities? Your people must tread carefully, Silo warned gently. Understanding galactic politics will be crucial as you move forward. As their conversation continued, Emily felt both overwhelmed and invigorated by the enormity of what lay ahead. She realized that being part of this galactic community meant more than just exploring new worlds. It involved forging alliances and navigating intricate political landscapes. By the end of their meeting, Emily left Silo's chamber with a renewed sense of purpose, but also an awareness of the challenges ahead. As she gazed out at the stars from the observation deck aboard the diplomatic ship en route back to Earth, she understood that humanity's journey into space would not just be about technology. It would be about understanding their place among countless other civilizations. With determination burning in her heart, Emily resolved to prepare Earth for its next steps into this vast unknown, where slower-than-light journeys would soon become stepping stones toward greater adventures among the stars. The human dilemma. As the diplomatic ship glided smoothly through the vastness of space, Ambassador Emily Wald sat in her quarters, contemplating the enormity of her new role. The stars outside her window twinkled like distant dreams, each one representing a world yet to be explored. Yet beneath this beauty lay a pressing concern: humanity's technological limitations. The weight of expectations. Emily had always been driven by a sense of purpose, but now that purpose felt heavier than ever. She was acutely aware that humanity was on the brink of something monumental, an opportunity to join the galactic community as a fully fledged member. However, without faster-than-light FTL travel, Earth risked being viewed as a primitive species, forever lagging behind its more advanced counterparts. The recent meeting with President Silo had left Emily with mixed feelings. While Silo had been encouraging about humanity's potential, the underlying message was clear: time was of the essence. Other species had made significant advancements shortly after first contact. Would humanity be able to follow suit? Determined to find answers, Emily decided to call an emergency meeting with Earth's leading scientists and engineers. As she entered the conference room, she was greeted by familiar faces: Dr. Marcus Lai, a renowned physicist; Dr. Elena Torres, an expert in propulsion systems; and Captain Raj Patel, a veteran pilot who had spent years studying interstellar navigation. "Thank you all for coming on such short notice," Emily began, her voice steady despite her inner turmoil. "We need to discuss our trajectory toward developing FTL technology." The scientific landscape. Dr. Lai leaned forward, his brow furrowed with concern. "Ambassador Wald, while we appreciate the urgency, we must acknowledge the challenges we face. Our current propulsion systems are limited to chemical and ion drives. FTL travel requires breakthroughs in physics that we have yet to achieve." "But we have made progress," Dr. Torres interjected, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. "Our research into quantum mechanics and warp fields has shown promise. We might not be far from a breakthrough." "Promise is not enough," Captain Patel said bluntly. "We need concrete results. If we don't develop FTL technology soon, we risk becoming irrelevant in this vast community." Emily felt the weight of their words pressing down on her shoulders. She understood their frustrations. She shared them. Humanity had always prided itself on its ingenuity and resilience, but now those qualities felt stretched thin. A call for collaboration. "Perhaps we should consider collaborating with other species," Emily suggested cautiously. "If we can form partnerships with those who have already mastered warp technology, it might accelerate our development." Dr. Lai shook his head skeptically. "While collaboration is beneficial, it also comes with risks, especially if we appear too dependent on others." "Dependency could be our only option," Dr. Torres countered passionately. "We need to leverage what others have learned to avoid repeating their mistakes." Captain Patel nodded in agreement but added a note of caution. We must ensure that any collaboration is equitable and does not compromise our sovereignty as a species. The room fell silent as they pondered this critical point. Emily could sense the tension in the air. It was palpable and heavy with unspoken fears about humanity's future. The path forward. After hours of discussion and debate, they finally reached a consensus. They would draft a proposal for collaboration with selected members of the galactic community who had expressed interest in helping humanity develop FTL technology. As Emily left the conference room, she felt a renewed sense of determination wash over her. This was not just about technology. It was about forging relationships that would shape humanity's destiny among the stars. The first steps. The following days were filled with intense preparations as Emily and her team worked tirelessly on their proposal for collaboration. They meticulously outlined their technological capabilities and expressed their commitment to mutual growth and understanding. Finally, after weeks of hard work, they were ready to present their proposal at the next Galactic Community meeting, a gathering that would include representatives from various species eager to help humanity take its first steps into interstellar travel. As Emily stood before the assembly of diverse beings, each one unique in appearance yet united by a common goal, she felt a surge of hope and excitement. This was her moment to advocate for humanity's future. Esteemed members of the galactic community, she began confidently, we stand before you today, not just as representatives of Earth, but as fellow explorers eager to learn and grow alongside you. She outlined the proposal for collaboration and emphasized humanity's commitment to ethical exploration and respect for galactic norms. The response. When she finished speaking, there was a moment of silence before President Seil stood up to address the assembly. Ambassador Wald, she said warmly, your proposal reflects not only ambition, but also humility, a rare quality among emerging civilizations. The assembly erupted into applause, and Emily felt a wave of relief wash over her. Perhaps they were ready to embrace humanity after all. However, amidst the applause came murmurs from some corners of the room, whispers that hinted at skepticism regarding humanity's intentions and capabilities. The challenges ahead. As discussions continued over the next few days regarding humanity's request for assistance in developing FTL technology, Emily couldn't shake off an unsettling feeling that lingered in her mind. Would they truly accept humans as equals, or would they always view them through a lens tainted by doubt? Tensions began to surface between various species within the galactic community over territorial claims and resource allocations, issues that could complicate any potential collaboration with Earth. Emily knew that navigating these complexities would require not only technical knowledge, but also diplomatic finesse, a skill she was still honing. A new horizon. With each passing day at the Galactic Community headquarters, Emily grew more aware of how interconnected everything was. The politics of space travel mirrored those back on Earth in many ways. Yet there was hope amid uncertainty. If humanity could harness its ingenuity and spirit of collaboration effectively, they might carve out a place for themselves among the stars. As she gazed out at the star-studded expanse beyond her window once more, Emily felt an undeniable sense of purpose swell within her heart. This journey was just beginning, and she was determined to ensure that humanity would not be left behind in this vast cosmic tapestry. With renewed resolve guiding her every step forward into uncharted territory, the mysteries of slower-than-light space journeys awaited exploration, and she would lead humanity into this new era with courage and conviction. Interstellar politics. The galactic community was a tapestry of diverse species, each with its own history, culture, and aspirations. As Ambassador Emily Wald settled into her role, she quickly realized that navigating the intricacies of interstellar politics would be as challenging as developing faster-than-light, FTL technology. The stakes were high, and the balance of power was delicate. A tense gathering. The day of the Galactic Council meeting arrived, and Emily felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. She was about to witness firsthand the complexities of interspecies negotiations. The grand hall was filled with representatives from various civilizations, each one more exotic than the last. Some had shimmering scales, others possessed multiple limbs, and a few floated gracefully in the air. President Silo took her place at the head of the table, her vibrant skin shifting colors in response to the atmosphere around her. "Welcome, esteemed members of the Galactic Council," she began, her voice echoing through the chamber. "Today, we gather to discuss pressing matters concerning territorial claims and resource allocations." Emily took a deep breath, realizing that this meeting could significantly impact humanity's future in the galaxy. As Silo introduced the agenda, Emily noticed the Vork's ambassador, Zelina, shifting uncomfortably in his seat. His dark green skin seemed to darken even further, a sign of agitation. The Vork's concerns. When it was Zelina's turn to speak, his voice was sharp and accusatory. "President Seidel, we must address an urgent issue regarding the recent claims made by the human delegation. They have inexplicably laid claim to several star systems within our immediate vicinity." Seidel raised an appendage in a gesture of calm. "Ambassador Zelina, I assure you that all claims made by humanity are within the guidelines set forth by our founding charter." Zelina snorted in disbelief. "Guidelines? Your precious guidelines are being manipulated. They have placed communication buoys around systems they have not even set foot on." Emily felt her heart race as she prepared to defend humanity's actions. "Ambassador Zelina," she interjected diplomatically, "our intentions are not to infringe upon your territory, but to establish a presence in unclaimed systems. We are merely following protocol." Zelina's eyes narrowed. "Protocol or not, your actions are seen as encroachment by my people." The debate intensifies. The room buzzed with murmurs as representatives from other species weighed in on the matter. Some sided with Zelina, expressing concern over human expansionism. Others defended humanity's right to explore and claim uncharted territories. Silo attempted to regain control of the discussion. "Let us remember that the galaxy is vast. Over 99% remains unclaimed. There is ample space for all species to coexist. But what about respect?" Zelina countered vehemently. "Respect for established territories and for those who have worked hard to develop their own systems." Emily felt a surge of frustration, but knew she had to remain composed. "We respect all members of this community," she stated firmly. "Our goal is not conquest, but collaboration. A proposal for mediation." As tensions escalated, Seidel proposed a solution. "Perhaps we should establish a mediation committee to address these territorial disputes amicably." Zelina crossed his arms defiantly but eventually nodded in agreement. "A committee may help alleviate some concerns, but it must include representatives from all affected parties." Emily seized this opportunity. "I would be honored to represent humanity on this committee," she offered, hoping that her involvement could help bridge gaps between species. The council agreed unanimously, and thus began a series of meetings aimed at resolving disputes over territorial claims, a process that would require patience and understanding from all involved. The mediation process. In the weeks that followed, Emily found herself immersed in discussions with representatives from various species, each bringing their unique perspectives and histories into play. The mediation sessions were intense but ultimately productive. They focused on finding common ground rather than allowing differences to escalate into conflict. One particularly enlightening session involved a representative from the luminary, a species known for their bioluminescent skin and deep connection to cosmic energy sources. "Your species has great potential," Luminary Ambassador Thalia remarked during one meeting, "but you must understand that trust is built over time through consistent actions." Emily nodded thoughtfully. "We are committed to fostering trust and cooperation among all members of this community." Navigating cultural nuances. As Emily navigated these discussions, she became increasingly aware of cultural nuances that influenced each species' approach to negotiation. For example, while some species valued directness and assertiveness, others preferred subtlety and indirect communication. This realization prompted Emily to adapt her negotiation style accordingly, learning when to push for clarity and when to allow space for contemplation. One afternoon, during a break between sessions, Emily found herself speaking with Drakthar, a towering figure from the Thraxian race, known for their formidable strength and stoic demeanor. "You humans are curious creatures," Drakthar mused as they shared refreshments in a quiet corner of the hall. "You seek knowledge yet often overlook the importance of patience." Emily smiled at his observation. Patience is indeed vital in diplomacy, especially when navigating complex interstellar relations, building alliances. As weeks turned into months, Emily began forging alliances with other species who shared similar goals regarding exploration and resource management. One such alliance formed with the Naxari, a highly intelligent avian species known for their advanced technology. Together, Naxari Ambassador Kira proposed during one meeting, "We can share knowledge about sustainable colonization practices while ensuring respect for existing territories." Emily welcomed this idea wholeheartedly. Collaboration was essential for humanity's growth within the galactic community. A turning point. However, not all discussions were smooth sailing. There were still factions resistant to accepting humanity as equals within their ranks. Zelina remained skeptical despite ongoing negotiations, his mistrust lingering like a shadow over their efforts. One fateful day during a council meeting dedicated solely to addressing territorial disputes, Zelina stood up once more, his expression grim. "I propose we take drastic measures if these claims continue unchecked," he declared loudly enough for everyone present to hear. Silo raised an appendage in protest, but was cut off by Zelina's insistence on urgency. "We cannot allow this pre-FTL species to mock our established norms any longer." The threat of conflict. Emily felt her heart race as Zelina's words hung heavily in the air. A threat loomed over their fragile alliances, like an impending storm cloud ready to unleash chaos upon them all. "Ambassador Zelina," she said calmly yet firmly, "we must remember that war is not an answer. It only leads to suffering on both sides." "But what choice do we have?" he countered sharply. "We have many choices," Emily replied passionately. "We can choose dialogue over conflict. We can choose collaboration over isolation." As silence enveloped the room once more, Emily could sense that her words resonated with some representatives who had grown weary of hostility. The path forward. In that moment of tension-filled silence, President Seidel spoke up once again. "Let us not forget why we are here, to build bridges rather than walls between our peoples." Slowly but surely, heads began nodding around the table, an acknowledgement that perhaps there was still hope for unity amidst diversity. As discussions resumed with renewed vigor focused on finding equitable solutions, rather than resorting to threats or ultimatums, the path forward seemed clearer than before. Emily left that meeting feeling empowered. She understood now more than ever how crucial it was for humanity not only to develop FTL technology, but also cultivate relationships built on trust and mutual respect within this vast galactic tapestry. With each passing day spent navigating interstellar politics, she grew more determined than ever before. Humanity would find its rightful place among these stars, not through force or fear, but through understanding and collaboration with those who called them home too. The journey begins. The galactic community had begun to embrace humanity, but the path forward was still fraught with challenges. As Ambassador Emily Wald prepared for her first mission aboard the newly developed FTL-capable starship, the Kestrel Explorer, she felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. This was a monumental moment for Earth, a leap into the unknown that would define humanity's place in the cosmos. Aboard the Kestrel Explorer. The Kestrel Explorer was a marvel of engineering, a sleek vessel designed for both speed and efficiency. Its hull shimmered under the light of distant stars, and its state-of-the-art technology promised to make interstellar travel not just possible but practical for humanity. As Emily stepped aboard, she was greeted by her crew, an eclectic mix of scientists, engineers, and seasoned explorers, all eager to embark on this historic journey. "Welcome aboard, Ambassador," Captain Raj Patel said with a grin, his enthusiasm infectious. "Today marks a new chapter for humanity." Emily smiled back, her heart swelling with pride. "Let's make it one worth remembering." As they prepared for launch, Emily took a moment to reflect on how far they had come. Just a few years prior, humanity had been on the brink of being marginalized within the galactic community. Now, they were at the forefront of exploration, ready to chart new territories and build relationships with other species. Setting course. With the crew at their stations and systems online, Captain Patel initiated the launch sequence. The ship hummed to life as they engaged the warp drive for the first time. Emily felt a thrill run through her as they entered FTL travel, a sensation unlike anything she had ever experienced. "Engaging warp drive in 3, 2, 1, Captain Patel announced. In an instant, the stars outside transformed into streaks of light as they soared through space at unimaginable speeds. Emily watched in awe, her mind racing with possibilities. Where would they go? What would they discover? As they settled into their course toward an uncharted star system known as Epsilon Eridani, Emily gathered her crew in the main observation deck. "All right, team," she began. "This mission is about more than just exploration. It's about establishing our presence in this vast galaxy. We must approach every encounter with respect and curiosity." First contact protocols. The crew nodded in agreement, and Dr. Elena Torres spoke up. "We've studied first contact protocols extensively. Our goal is to engage diplomatically and learn from any civilizations we encounter." "Exactly," Emily affirmed. "We represent not just ourselves, but all of humanity." As they continued their journey through the cosmos, Emily felt a sense of camaraderie building among her crew. They were united by a common purpose, exploration, and it fueled their determination to succeed. The Epsilon Eridani system. After several days in FTL travel, the Kestrel Explorer emerged from warp near Epsilon Eridani, a star system that had long intrigued astronomers back on Earth due to its potential habitability. Entering Epsilon Eridani's orbit, Captain Patel announced as he adjusted their trajectory. Emily peered out at the viewports, her breath catching in her throat. Before them lay a vibrant blue planet surrounded by swirling clouds, a world that seemed ripe for exploration. "Prepare to launch reconnaissance drones," Emily instructed. "We need data on atmospheric conditions and any signs of life." The crew sprang into action, deploying drones equipped with advanced sensors designed to gather information about the planet's surface and atmosphere. A glimpse of life. As the drones transmitted data back to the ship, Emily anxiously awaited their findings. Moments later, Dr. Torres called out excitedly from her station. "Ambassador, you need to see this." Emily rushed over to Dr. Torres's console and watched as images from the drones filled the screen. Lush forests stretched across vast landscapes dotted with shimmering lakes. Unusual flora and fauna thrived in vibrant colors. "This is incredible," Emily exclaimed. "It appears there is life here." But just as excitement filled the room, another alert sounded, this one more urgent. "Incoming transmission," Lieutenant Marcus Lai announced. An unexpected encounter. The crew fell silent as they processed this unexpected development. Who could be contacting them? Was it another species? "On screen," Emily commanded. The image flickered to life, revealing a humanoid figure adorned in intricate garments that glimmered like starlight. Their skin shimmered with hues reminiscent of galaxies, deep blues and purples swirling together. "I am Ambassador Seraphis of the Zenthari," the figure said smoothly, their voice melodic yet authoritative. "You are trespassing in our territory." Emily's heart raced as she realized they were facing an established civilization. The Zenthari had been known for their advanced technology and cultural richness, but also for their fierce territoriality. "We come in peace," Emily replied diplomatically, recalling everything she had learned about first contact protocols. We are explorers from Earth seeking knowledge and understanding. Seraphis regarded her with piercing eyes that seemed to analyze every nuance of her expression. Your presence here is unexpected. We were not informed of your arrival. Negotiating peace. Emily felt a wave of anxiety wash over her but steadied herself. We are newly inducted members of the galactic community and are eager to learn from those who have come before us. Seraphis paused before responding, seemingly weighing their options carefully. Your intentions will be scrutinized closely by my people. We have no desire for conflict, but will protect our territory fiercely. We understand, Emily said earnestly. Our mission is not one of conquest. We wish only to explore and share knowledge. After a tense silence, Seraphis nodded slowly. Very well, we will permit you to conduct your research, but know that any actions contrary to our agreement will be met with consequences. A fragile alliance. With that fragile agreement established, Emily felt relief wash over her, but also knew that this was just the beginning of many challenges ahead. They had successfully navigated their first encounter without conflict, a testament to their training and resolve. As they continued gathering data about Epsilon Eridani under Zenthari's supervision, Emily couldn't help but reflect on how far humanity had come since making first contact with the galactic community. They were no longer just observers. They were participants in something much larger than themselves, a cosmic tapestry woven from countless threads of life across various worlds. The future beckons. Days turned into weeks as they explored Epsilon Eridani under Zenthari guidance, learning about its ecosystems while sharing insights about human culture in return. The future beckons. Days turned into weeks as they explored Epsilon Eridani under Zenthari guidance, learning about its ecosystems while sharing insights about human culture in return. Emily felt invigorated by these exchanges. Each conversation deepened her understanding not only of alien civilizations, but also of humanity's place within this vast universe. As they prepared to depart Epsilon Eridani and continue their journey into uncharted territories beyond, Emily stood on deck, gazing out at distant stars twinkling against an endless canvas. The possibilities before them seemed infinite. We're just getting started, she murmured softly to herself, a promise that echoed through her heart as she embraced this new chapter of exploration alongside her brave crew. A new dawn, with renewed determination guiding them forward. The Kestrel explorer set its course toward new horizons yet unseen, each star beckoning them onward into mysteries waiting patiently within their luminous embrace. And so began humanity's bold journey among the stars, a journey marked by discovery, diplomacy, and ultimately, the promise of unity amidst diversity across galaxies yet unexplored.